And 2008, new products coming along the way. I don't need to talk about innovation. I know there's various innovative pilots going on within the room here. I'll talk some about the innovation, but the biggest thing for me, innovation does not need to be groundbreaking. And the best thing about what we've done innovation-wise, I think, is we've actually played to our strengths and just developed those assets and sweated the assets slightly more, and I'll talk about those, as I say. New bar, I'll talk about that, and a shop refit. Simple things make a huge difference. My shop sales are up about 30% year on year. And I put it down primarily to two things, people and the way the shop looks, how easy it is for the consumer to buy. So delighted. Functions may be down, but shop's up. So it's all about balancing. 2009, Never Stand Still, we're bringing a new show in. Big part of what we did in 2002 was we brought brand new distillery, old distillery. How do you make it relevant? We brought an interactive show. We brought the adverts to life. 2009 comes round, year of homecoming, lots of people coming to Scotland. How do we get sort of headline out there? Well, we put in a new show. And it's, to be honest, it's slightly out of date. So it needed to revamped, but also it's out of kilter with the brand. So it gets the brand tick in the sense that it now becomes that mouthpiece for the brand all over again. Relaunch it, some good news stories. Okay, so that's the experience. Please do come up and see me. I will give you all passes. I meant to say, pinging, if you have any questions, just shout out as we go through, okay? Don't just sort of sit there and have it one way. I'd far rather have the dialogue. Right, I'm going to nick something. I went to a customer care conference on 4th of November. You were there. Anyone else at the customer care conference? Okay, interesting day. But what I will say to you, 8 presentations, so I was just about ready to slash my wrist by the end of the day. But these are things that were being talked about on the day. I'm going to read them all out. Make your customers, do you make your customer smile? I think that's really quite a good question. And I'd ask you all to go back to your businesses and ask whether you think you do make your customer smile. Such an important part of what we do, because it's not just about doing the basics and you know, hoping they have a good time. It's actually making sure they have a good time, because they're coming to our places to have a good time. They're on holiday. They're arriving in a good mood. If they don't leave in a good mood, it's something we've done. So let's be absolutely clear about that. And you know about it, because then they start complaining. Engage, connect in a memorable way. Not just engage them anyway. Don't just tell them your life story. Tell them something they want to hear. You know, ask them about their experience. What else? What else? Did we anticipate your needs? How well did we anticipate your needs? So it's not a case of, you know, tell us how good we are. It's did we actually think about what it is you wanted? You know, these are just bullets that I picked out. Where's the next one? 50% of the customer experience is emotional. We all know that, but let's tie into that. Let's not just, you know, that's a nice sort of stat. Let's actually do something about that. Let's things going wrong. That was Bob Downey who said that actually, which I thought was quite true. It's okay for things to go wrong. We all, you know, it's people. We're dealing with people. Of course they're going to go wrong.
Bob Downey is.
Bob Downey is the chief exec of the Royal Yacht Britannia, or he's the general manager of the Royal Yacht Britannia. He looks after that experience anyway, the Royal Yacht. He organises a customer care conference once a year. They were kind of put up in gold flashing lights, if you like, because they did so well at the Visit Scotland assessment. And on the back, I'm not sure if it was on the back of that or before that, but he then organised a customer care conference on the back of that. Great experience to go and see. But I really liked his mantra that things can go wrong, that's fine, but only once, because then you've got to fix it. You've got to do something about it. True leadership will always shine through, never a truer word, and do the right things right. Sounds really, really simple. That's all corporate mantra, you know, crap, whatever. But I think it's so important, because these are kind of words that were repeated during the day. And if you've got trust, if you've got passion, if you do make your customer smile, if we do anticipate their needs, if you do react to when things go wrong and then put it right and do the right things right, you're not going to be far off the mark. You really aren't. And none of it's rocket science. None of it. Easy to say, slightly harder to do. Okay, I thought I'd share with you our mantra, and this is May 08. So it's quite recent. We got a Thistle last year for customer care, and I know Huntley got the customer care one this year, so congratulations to Forestry on that one. But the thing for us is we won the customer care this time last year, and we thought that's fantastic. What do we do now? And on the back of that, one of my members of staff went to Germany to a learning journey at the Schinderhof Hotel in Germany, run by Scottish Enterprise. And it's my most senior person who's been in the business for about 12 years, so she knows pretty much everything there is to know about customer experience. So I thought. She went there, and I wasn't really expecting much, but she had cited that she wanted to go because she actually wanted to go in what we call river crossing, going and looking at something totally different and seeing how they do it. She came back so enthused. It was absolutely mind-blowing. I've never seen someone come back quite so driven. And because she was kind of on a little bit of a low ebb at that point. You won the Thistle, great, but now what? She came back so enthused. And because of what she did, we actually changed our whole model in the business. And it started from the bottom up, so you're talking about game rules, service values, but it all led to this mantra we have, which is exceptional service delivered by exceptional people. I was looking around the room today, looking at some of the things here, and it's not dissimilar to what you're talking about in your session today. But some more people coming in? But for me, we were very, very keen to get something really, really simple, something that we could stand by and is relevant to our business. That is relevant to any customer-facing business, and any of you could take that on if you wanted. But for us, it was absolutely about what we're about. We're about exceptional service. It's not just standard service. It's not just about satisfactory service. It's exceptional service delivered by exceptional people, only the best people. That's all I'm interested in.
Do you have the opportunity to select those people, or do you inherit a group of people?
That's a really, really good question. Can I answer that again after a couple of people? No, it's a very good question. I inherited a bit of a basket case of people, I'll be absolutely honest with you. And I'll say it to the people that are there. Most of them have left now, I hasten to add. I inherited some trouble, some real trouble. And they were causing the problems on site. I said when I came in 2005, it was kind of not ideal. People's heads were down, and the people who were shit stirrers were really giving it a good old stir. And they were loving it because they were suddenly kingpin, and they were like, getting listened to, and they were, telling how crap management are and all that kind of stuff. So they were kind of enjoying that. They've left the business now, so of their own choice. And I have not sacked anybody. I haven't done it at all. What it is people decide, you know what, change. I'm not so keen on this, and I'm not so keen on this guy and what he's doing. And you know what, it's not for me because I'm going to get found out. And it's amazing how that period of I joined the business in August 2005. I'd say I've got now my team probably about 15 months it took me to get what I wanted, maybe 18. With the Edgington group, we look after our people really well, so to get rid of someone's really hard, which is a good thing and a bad thing. But that's the way we are. We give people a lot of chances, but people kind of didn't step up to the mark, and they said, you know what, I'm out of here. They're not a lot of people, but probably about 20% of the business. I've only got about 23, 24 employees, about 5 or 6. But it was important that they chose to leave. They just decided it wasn't for them. Interesting though, how that cycle can work, because actually you get a couple of troublemakers and they just get in a small place like that, it really infests the whole business and they start believing what they hear. So quite an important turnaround. Now that we've stood by this mantra, and like I said, for us, May 08 was when it was launched. And for us, it's been fantastic. It's given us a platform to work off. Where do you go from a thistle? That really is the next thing. We kind of re-evolved our business. And the big thing for me was about the staff taking responsibility for their actions. So I cannot run this place on my own. I cannot do that. I cannot be everywhere. We're open 7 days a week. And I can't be everywhere at all times. So I needed people to start taking responsibility. And there was still an inkling in the business where people were sort of saying, well, do you know what? I'm the handyman, so it's not my job to do that. Or I work in the shop, so it's not my job to do X, Y, and Z. And you get it in every business, and it's sort of say, well, do you know, someone else, that's my manager's job, and he's not here today, so I'm not taking responsibility. It's very, very important that these people start taking responsibility. And we launched it, and the team, a little bit of, not sure about this, not sure about that. But the team kind of bought into it, and now you see it. We've got it on our badges, so there's nowhere to hide. I want the people who are visiting us to know that this person believes in this, and if they're not delivering exceptional service, you have every right to pick up that person on that. So it's Jeremy, just my name, and it says exceptional service delivered by exceptional people. And when you're sitting listening to someone on a tour guide for half an hour, you kind of pick up that kind of thing, so you'll see it. I put at the bottom, I know that's what you're here over the next couple of days to talk about, and it kind of feeds in quite nicely.